The chairman of the Academic Staff Union of University, Asuu Unilag chapter, Professor Dele Ashiru, have shown total dissatisfaction towards federal government refusal to consider the demands of the union as a way to put an end to the incessant strike in the country. Galaxy's Daniel Tinimu spoke with Professor Dele Ashiru at the Union Secretariat, University of Lagos. The report. Professor Ashiru frowned at federal government's refusal to revisit the 2009 renegotiation agreement between the federal government and Asuu. According to him, the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System (IPPIS), which was conceptualized in October 2006 by the federal government, is a scam. He questioned federal government's refusal to adopt the implementation of the University Transparency and Accountability Solution (UTAS). Ashiru added that other demands not addressed by the federal government are the renegotiation of conditions of service, injection of revitalization funds, payment of end academic allowances, and many more. He further added that in this present Nigeria situation, where prices of everything have skyrocketed, lecturers are owed more than 5 months' salaries.
As I speak, lecturers are being owed more than 5 months' salaries, other unions more than 2 months. And rather than attending to all of this demand, what we got from him was that enough is enough. In fact, it is Nigerians who ought to be telling him that enough is enough. And it's also a manifestation of government's insensitivity to the plight of Nigerians and their children. Rather than taking steps to hurriedly get students back to school, they are busy, jostling amongst one another on who will become what in 2023 to continue the hardship, and the cluelessness which this government, represents in the last 7 years. We are also on strike because government has refused to adopt the University Transparency and Accountability Solution, UTAS, which it asked us to produce when we were forcefully enrolled on the now very discredited IPPIS platform. We told government that, look, this platform is not only fraudulent, it cannot take care of the peculiarities of those who teach in Nigerian universities. I mean, we were called all sorts of names, but the progenitor, the chief patron of IPPIS is today languishing in EFCC custody, having stolen 170 billion from Nigerians. And now, because they have tested UTAS and they have seen that it's a solution that will not encourage corruption, it's a solution that is built on transparency and shrewd accountability. Now they are refusing to accept that solution because it will not allow them to steal.
Ashiru appealed to the students to exercise patience, adding that the strike is in the interest of the Nigerian students and they should see the strike as temporary sacrifice so as to better the Nigerian universities.
You are asking me about the fate of students for whom we are on this strike? How many of them will be able to come back to this university if we allow government to charge them 1 million naira per semester? So we are taking these steps in the interest of those students. It is better for them to remain temporarily at home so that they will have a university to return to. Or we allow government to do what they want to do, and the majority of them cannot. How many of their parents can pay 1 million naira per semester for their students, for their children to study here? So it is not, the university system is not about students alone. There are people whose livelihood is conditioned upon opening the school. What is their fate? Nobody is asking about that. So please, the students must understand that this is a temporary sacrifice for them to have a university to return to.
A legal practitioner, Dr. Yemi Omodele, highlighted the vast implications the continued strikes has on the Nigerian students and the country at large. He called on Asuu and federal government to resolve their differences.
It's a national and international disgrace for the present administration for its inability to resolve a little crisis within the educational sector, particularly the Nigerian universities. It's so hard. It shows how unserious and how unuseful the present administration is. I'm sorry to say that in the present administration, both, let's say, governors, assemblies members, rep members, senators, and the presidency at large, some of them, there are some members of the Asuu that occupy some offices at governorship level, House of Assembly, House of Representatives, Senate, every presidency. Members of Asuu form part of those administration. It's unfortunate that their members there cannot even represent their interests satisfactorily. So it is high time that the Asuu have to have a rethink about their strategy in going on strike. Have a rethink that they need to sit on the table and have a discussion. So majority of you are professors. They are doctoral degree holders. They are master's degree holders, and name it all. But they need to sit down around table and look at their internal structure on how to fight for their demands in order not to create crisis and problems for this country.